Right. Also, ich werde test the audio. Here's what a few issues. Yes. Basically testing the stream on my phone to see if it's anything. Oh, shut on my phone. Test to see if the audio is working. This is in front of the mind. It's crashing my phone. Wi-Fi. Go back into YouTube. Okay, YouTube crash. Live. So, testing the audio. Okay. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Can't you stream it? Can't you stream it? Echo test. Can't you stream it? Echo test. Come on. I'm going to restart YouTube because it's clearly not working properly. Couple of beds on my phone. I was just making Discord. It just doesn't work on my phone. That's something that I can catch up. Right. Okay, I'm just going to go for it. Can't hear any echo when I test it on YouTube on the PC. Yes. Right, so I'm creating a new character. Basically, I'm going to do the seasonal hero one. Start fresh. And complete the friends to the exclusive rewards. Hardcore hero basically is the same as the hardline challenge, the hardline challenge for World of Warcraft. But there's a settlement for it, which is pretty cool. I'm going to go for seasonal hero. I play a monk on one main. I'll play that again. Just having a look at the footage of the gameplay there. Up there in the other classes. Don't have that. And I think I'm going to go for Crusader. Fresh start. Okay. One normal private game, chapter 1. Right, let's do this. This game, brilliant game, I do like this game. Now, with all the rumours about Diablo 4 kicking off, I'm looking forward to that.
Leaving home and family. At 16, I saw my master die. I took up her shield and her name, and on that day, I became a crusader. Armored by faith, driven by duty, bound to kill the enemies of Zakarum. Sworn to live as a crusader and to die as one. Now, corruption returns to the hearts of men. I see it in the eyes of the mad, hear it in the howling of the damned. A falling star in the west leads me to the town of New Tristram. The crusade calls me, So I go.
Right, here we go. Can't hear any echoing. Whoops it. Show me the weapon. Finish.
The fallen star is close, but there is death here too.
Level 1.
Greetings. I am a crusader of the Zakarum faith, and I saw a star falling on this town.
It fell on the old cathedral. There was only one survivor, Leah. You should speak with her.
Captain Rumford, more dead are coming.
We can't open the gates until we drive them back.
They keep coming.
I've never seen anyone fight like that before. Guards, open the gates. You'll find Leah at the Slaughtered Calf Inn.
There's a skill slot available. Skill bash. Okay.
Burn those corpses before they rise again.
This is actually my first time playing Crusader.
Dead have been a bane on our existence since that cursed fire.
I came here to study the fall of old Tristram. This is closer.
Zakarum has fallen to disgrace. What faith can save us?
It's all of it's reset.
I promised Marco I'd protect him, but now he's dead.
Don't you dare lift a finger to help our mayor fix his wagon.
Some heroes are fighting each other in an area near here. Wanna go? Oh, and you didn't hear about it from me. You know, everyone needs a good beating now and then, right?
Well, what's happened here, I don't know. There's no one here.
Afraid of damaging your armor or weapons? That won't happen over there. In fact, no one even dies. Disappointing, really.
So no one dies. Okay.
Are you Leah? They tell me you survived the falling star.
I did, but it blasted my uncle Deckard Cain into the depths of the old cathedral. I tried to search for him, but the dead were already rising. I came back here to rally the militia, but...
Watch out! The wounded are turning!
This is killing business.
The dead will overwhelm us all, unless something is done.
Something like putting them back to sleep? I can do that.
Thank you. You should speak with Captain Rumford at the gate. He can tell you what to do.
Right.
16 militiamen went out. Only room.
Cain's house.
We have come at last to Tristram's old cathedral. This is where Diablo, Lord of Terror, first corrupted mankind. This is where I may finally find the answers I seek. Leah worries after my safety, but I believe information vital to defeating the last lords of the burning hells can be found here.
I've come to help. How do we stop these risen dead?
I admire your courage, but Captain Dalton and the militia were slaughtered by those things. Only I survived.
Have faith, Captain. Have faith.
Well, I have seen you fight. Strike at the wretched mothers and their queen. They're the ones vomiting out these horrors.
They're attacking the barricades!
That's one of the wretched mothers. There are more of them in the ruins down the road.
Nice. I quite like this actually. I'm not sure what's better at the moment.
I, Deckard Cain, have spent many years traveling and writing about the strange creatures in our world. But the sight of the wretched mothers still haunts me. They are the remnants of Queen Asilla's slaughtered handmaidens who were twisted by foul magic. Now they feast upon cadavers and regurgitate them as newly formed, risen dead.
Yeah, nice.
Reader, I am Abd al-Hazir, adventurer, scholar, and researcher. I share my knowledge of this incredible world and its creatures through my insightful missives, often at grave risk to myself. Why, I was recently in Honduras, where my tents were ransacked by vicious quill fiends. I was able to beat them off with a shoe, but a less bold man would have fared far worse.
Additional stats. Oh, it's a dead end. Crusader shield. So even my Paragon points have gone. Fair enough. Bit of disappointment. Didn't expect to find a cave that early. Magic mace. Yeah, give it a try. It's just a stick. Just a drumstick. Okay, that's literally it.
Mother dead. That should slow the attacks.
Cool. Keep finding items which are helpful.
The rumors of torture and worse grow every day. What has happened to Tristram and its king? I once thought Leorath a great man, but it seems I was deceived. We all were. He sends our meager army against Westmarch on the morrow. What will become of us?
Old Tristram. Diablo himself is here.
What's this then? Shield layer. Right option your shield. Loading electricity. Sounds interesting. Okay.
Thank you for your help, but could you talk some sense into Leah? She won't give up on the idea of rescuing her uncle.
She's brave. With help, she may yet save Cain. Leah, let us find your uncle.
We'll need to open the cathedral first. The guards locked it up before they were ambushed. Rumford told me they fought their way back to Adria's hut. The key must still be there.
Okay.
Here, let me open the gate.
I'm certainly getting
Adria was my mother.
decent
She died when I was very young. I was raised by Uncle Decker.
And your father?
I'm told he was a great warrior who was lost when Tristram fell to the demons. Look! A hidden cellar. Follow me.
There are dark secrets here.
People said she was a witch, but I never believed it. Here's the key, and my mother's journal. What I've seen of it is disturbing. I want to know more about her, but that can wait. We need to save Uncle Deckard first.
I will go. Stay here and learn what you can.
Thank you.
Aiden came to me last night. I suspected what was lurking within his troubled heart. I consoled him as best I could. Regardless, wherever he's headed, hell will surely follow in his wake. The shadows close in on Tristram once again, but...
For a long time, Uncle Deckard avoided coming back to this place. There were a lot of ghosts here for him. This is where Diablo drove old King Leoric mad and terrorized the people. I don't know what really happened here, but whatever it was horrible. Nearly everyone who survived went mad.
Leah, tell me about your mother.
Diablo.
Well, details are hazy, but I know that Adria was obsessed with chasing the arcane. She knew she could never raise a child. Uncle Deckard believes that the madness and horror of her life finally caught up with her. I've never heard of the Crusaders.
We're from the East and only recently came to these lands. Some of us did, at least. We serve the Zakarum faith.
Well, I hope you're not planning to convert these people by the sword.
I'm not here to convert anyone. My crusade is to cleanse the corruption that infests my faith. When that evil is destroyed, the Zakarum will be restored, and people can choose to believe in it or not as they please.
The Crusader isn't exactly a religious person. Oh. Increased, slightly increased stats on the chest.
Tristram Cathedral. Fallen star lies within.
Here we go.
The star is close. Baccarat favors me.
Oh. Oh.
Is low.
Whoa. That was an interesting ability. That was that blinding shield thing.
My name is Latdanan. And I'm cursed. Once the captain of King Leoric's army, I lived only to honor my land and my king. No man has a greater love for his king than I had for mine, even as I drove my blade.
Get a bit of lag. You shouldn't get any lag.
Through his dark and corrupted heart.
Probably it's recording or something. Definitely shouldn't have a lag with it. Graphics card I've got. Hey now.
Please kill me. I don't want to change.
That must be something scary actually. What's on that change? Some control of it. That would be scary. Oh, actually dash forwards.
I require more rest.
I'll be honest, I didn't expect that. So I actually dash forward with that ability as well.
Foul minions, stay back! Back! May this wedge hold. The Skeleton King.
The power of the fallen star awakened me, and soon all will suffer as I have suffered. Gods!
I think that's the ghost of King Leoric. From memory. Deckard Cain's getting a pasting.
Help! Help! Oh, thank you. But why did you risk yourself for me?
Your niece asked me to find you, and I agreed.
Oh, it is wonderful to hear that Leah is well. I feared the worst. I learned of this secret passage through old maps I found.
Oh.
We must discuss the fallen star. Follow me to Tristram.
Yeah, I'll follow you in a minute. Most of this buff.
The fight is over for this one.
Right. Window. 3 kills out of that. Weren't really worth it. Interesting.
I rescued the old scholar and learned from him that a creature called the Skeleton King stands between me and the star, but not for long.
Uncle, you're alive!
Thanks to you and your friend here.
It was my duty to help. Now, I would know of the falling star.
The prophecy of the end days surely points to it as a sign that the end has begun.
Please, Uncle, not more of your stories. All that matters now is that you're back.
Akarat favors me.
These dark events tax us. I worry for Hadrig, our blacksmith, most of all. His wife has been injured, and he is tasked with seeing to those who may turn. His family has suffered under this curse before. His grandfather, the Chancellor to King Leoric, was killed when the evil first spread over Tristram 20 years ago.
The Skeleton King was once our beloved lord, Leoric. He was driven mad by Diablo's evil. He lost both of his sons and his very soul before he was finally defeated. Now it seems he's risen to plague this land once again.
Then I will be the cure.
The key to defeating him lies in his old crown. Seek out our blacksmith, Hadrig. He knows of its whereabouts. Leia, I am the last of the Horodrim. I couldn't always claim this. In fact, if I had turned to the Horodric teachings sooner, Diablo could have been stopped before his reign of terror began.
You were called and did not answer?
When the first signs appeared, I did nothing. I had shrugged the old tales off like they were so much fantasy, and Tristram, no, the world, has paid dearly for my arrogance. I have tried to make up for my failings. Leia and I have spent her lifetime scouring the world, collecting pieces of the prophecy of the end days. If I can decipher it, we will have the key to defeating the Lords of Hell.
Okay.
I can see that Leia is important to you.
I do not know what my life would have been like had I not raised her. Oh, it must have been difficult for Leia, following an old man on a mad search for the secrets to defeating the Lords of the Burning Hells. But though she has seen her share of mysterious things, she is still unsure of my quest. I can understand. She has never seen anything like Diablo and his brothers. The prophecy of the end days is contained within the Horodric tomes I inherited from my ancestor, Jared Kane. It is a warning to those who could interpret it regarding... Hell's ultimate invasion of our world, written by many different people throughout history, in many different lands. All known versions of the prophecy are incomplete. I have spent a good part of the past 20 years trying to complete it. I am certain it holds the answers to defeating the Lords of Hell.
The story of Mad King Leoric hangs heavy over this town.
Leoric resisted Diablo's attempts to possess him, but the effort left him weak and confused. When his son Albrecht was kidnapped to be a vessel for Diablo, it destroyed any sanity Leoric had left.
And so he became the Skeleton King?
He commanded an army of the dead deep within the cathedral, finally serving the Lord of Terror he had resisted while alive. Many adventurers tried and failed to slay the Skeleton King. It was left to Leoric's eldest son, Aiden, to finally kill the monster his father had become. Leia told me of your crusade to find the source of corruption in the Zakharum faith. I may have information that will help you. Mephisto, Lord of Hatred, spent many years trapped under Travancore and slowly tainted the Zakharum in a bid for freedom.
I have heard this, but knowing how it happened is not enough. I must find the source of the corruption to cleanse it.
I fear that Mephisto is no more. His soul was destroyed on the Hellforge. I am sorry, Crusader.
I've dedicated my life to this crusade, and your news does not change my oath. If I search my entire life and find nothing, it will still have been worth the journey.
It's about the journey.
I've spent most of my life traveling from place to place with Uncle Deckard, while he did his crazy research.
It can be a lonely life. What drives him?
He's convinced that the forces of hell will invade our world and bring about the end times. All these years, He's still searching for a way to stop this apocalypse.
Did you learn anything about your mother?
She wasn't from Tristram originally. She came here during the Troubles. She was in search of something, but I'm not sure what. She reminds me of Uncle Deckard, obsessed with the war between angels and demons.
I have some... You've got to promise me you'll take good care of whatever I sell you.
There's solid stuff. No, I didn't want to go for now. It's not bad breath in there.
Spent all night alongside the blacksmith's wife, tending the wounded.
Chelsea, how sweet of you to ask. My people, the Vetchin, are nomads, always traveling, looking for the land we might settle. All of us have the sight, but few have it as strong as myself. You know, men have always pursued me for my visions. Well, for things other than my visions. But everyone wants to know what the future holds.
My future is known. Travel the world, redeem the Zakarum faith, live as a crusader, and die as one.
That's not a future. It's a punishment. You should stop to enjoy the wine. Find a good man, perhaps. The world is constantly renewing itself, eternally playing out the same events over and over again. We can merely play our parts.
The more you speak, the less you say.
I speak clearly. Do not blame me for the state of your mind.
Did you hear? Old Rumford has us down to half rations. How are we supposed to fight if we're starving?
The rest of the town is down to quarter, including my wife. But you can quit if you want.
Well, is that perfect? Well, I'm a mini pouch as well.
Are you Hadrig? Deckard Cain said you could help me find the crown of Leoric.
Not now. It's my wife. She's locked in the cellar like all those who've been bitten. I'm to put them all down. But how can I kill my own wife?
It is a hard burden you bear. I will help.
Thank you. Follow me. Hey, come over here. I've got some new things. Friends, I'm sorry.
Do your duty, blacksmith, no matter how hard.
My love, forgive me.
Hadrig! Help me!
couldn't have done this without you. I'm in your debt. My name is Hedrig Aemon.
You owe me nothing, but I would welcome your aid in my quest to find the crown of Leoric.
I can help you there. It's buried with his chancellor, my grandfather. You'll find his tomb in a cemetery in the Weeping Hollow. And if you see my fool apprentice out there, tell him to get back to town.
Foolish apprentice.
No one round here appreciates the work I put into acquiring these fine wares. It's not easy, I can tell you that.
That's precisely worth it. That's the only reason I'm saying that.
Scavengers are ugly, pathetic creatures who survive off of carrion and corpses, too diseased to attract any other carnivores. I did once meet a raggedy fellow who claimed that he had trained one of the beasts to bring him large rats to eat. But I'm sure the story is utter nonsense.
I've picked up a yellow. That's a bow. Crap. Can't use it.
Patience. A foe worth killing. Not enough wrath. Akarat be praised.
Cool. That's weak. That's a shield. Sense.
The blacksmith's apprentice. Yet another innocent falls.
Oh.
require more rest.
Three kills, yeah.
My wrath is low.
That's a good ability.
During the last days of King Leoric's reign, even the skeletons of the ancient dead could not rest. They took up their broken armor and weapons once more, ready to cut down anything that yet drew breath. Though wasted and fragile, these creatures possess a twisted cleverness that makes them quite formidable.
Okay.
enjoy this.
Not enough wrath. Not ready yet.
Well, that was fun. Ooh. Got a few upgrades from that one. Look at it. Oh shit.
He brought many nobles with him, and nobles, hardly enough, want noble crits. So I showed up with my shovel, thinking to make easy profit by digging a few holes. There's no stopping their domains around here. Now, I eat, sleep, and breathe dirt.
That's probably a better one. Three to 5 fish to take a home. I'll do all 3 anyway, but... Whoa!
That creature must die. I require more rest.
Okay.
My wrath is low.
Small shield.
Tragedies in these lands have left many restless spirits in their wake, and they demand retribution. These spirits will take out their vengeance on any unsuspecting individual who may pass, for they believe that the blood of the living will yet restore the lives that were ripped away from them.
Interesting. From what I've seen so far, I think the Crusader's a little bit more clunkier than the monk. They're a lot smoother with the monk. Hopefully it'll improve as I get more abilities, more skill and more armour. Ooh. It's over here. Oh. Yellow boots. No, bother with it. Is that what it is? Just a dead end. End of the dungeon will be this way. Ooh, level 2.
The crown is close.
Ah, so this is actually a good choice. This is actually where I needed to go. Oh, okay, cool. The fuck?
The unburied are formed from human corpses that graves without a proper burial. This hideous amalgamation of bodies decomposes together into one being, bound by some foul magic. For all my knowledge, I could only flee from it, and I would expect any other sensible person to do the same.
Be praised.
No, I will not allow you to bring that monster Leoric back to this world.
Just accidentally hit the mic. Slash. Let's try that one. Electrify. Whoa. What's this then? Oh, explosions. Slash. Raw. Slash electrify. Go with that one first, I think. Okay. Grab it. Right. And there's the exit. So what's all enemies nearby generating additional fire? It's an AoE taunt. So this is basically a tank. So if you're doing group content, this would be the tank. I just heard a loot goblin. I just heard something. Yes, I did. Oh no. Two times XP bonus. Cool. That happened. Not really much there. Try this last one. No. Oh, interesting.
Not enough wrath. Require more wrath. Yes!
Some devious little goblins have been robbing our merchants. When pursued, they simply open portals and disappear with the most aggravating chuckle. The peasantry seem to believe that the goblins serve a great demon lord known as Greed. And furthermore, that their portals lead to Greed's domain. A ludicrous notion, truly.
One of the weapons are going for now. There. Iron skin. Okay, 12. Revoke. I would then personally with that, then it's done. Fine. Oh, that's a shield. Try this for a little bit. Okay.
grave robbers have defiled my tomb. Now my husband writhes in torment because I do not rest at his side. Return my bones so that we may rest in peace.
Okay. Lord? I do like having a battle cruiser. That's cool. Whoa.
Not yet. My wrath is low. The dead are at peace now.
Oh, wow.
Out of room.
Ah, really? That's good. I just want to fix it. Belts. Bat. That's important. What's this dungeon? This way though. Makes sense to be this way somewhere. Yeah, there we go. I think this will have a few where I might have to call this tonight. Interesting.
You found the crown. Truth be told, I didn't think you'd make it back alive. Ah, it needs repair. Should be no problem. It's good to work again. There. New as the day it was placed upon the Black King's head. I need something more than making spades to occupy my mind. I want my life to mean something.
Then join my crusade. The work is hard, rewards are few, and you'll likely die.
That does sound meaningful. And awful.
At least you'll travel to interesting places. I have grim news. Your apprentice has fallen.
Ah, fool boy never listened to me. But he was a good lad for all that. I thank you, Crusader.
I'm overburdened.
Yeah. Okay. Crap. What's that stuff? DVD. Right. I can start making stuff. I'm making money just yet. Oh. Nah. Garbage.
Tell me about your grandfather. Was he King Leoric's Chancellor?
Not much to tell. I lived with my father in Chaldeum at the time. We heard that my grandfather stayed in Tristram until the end, trying to save lives. Don't know if he succeeded, but there it is. When the Skeleton King fell, my grandfather was dying from a sword wound. He had the crown sealed with him to keep it safe.
He did what he had to.
Yeah.
You throw yourself into the work of the crusade. Is this how you grieve?
I don't follow your crusade.
It isn't your cause, friend. But everyone needs to believe in something.
I believe this armor needs repairing.
Then that is enough. I will leave you to your work.
Okay.
I have the crown.
At last. With it, you can unlock the sealed door in the
Can't be
room
out of
where
bed.
you rescued
What
me
if I
and
saw you?
enter the royal crypts. When you find the Skeleton
It's
King,
up another day.
place the crown atop his head
Criticism
and
of time
destroy
screen.
him.
I'm probably playing a bit
If
more
it helps
this
me find the
time.
fallen star, I'll face him.
Right. Game. I'll pick this up again the other day. Hopefully be able to get on with it tomorrow, but we'll see what happens. So things go.